All right, so here we are. We're about to apply some tube stripes to the side of the helmet. So in this particular case, I'm using some helmet stickers or decals. Some decals will come with the outside of the vinyl removed and then just leaving the tube stripes. And they'll have a piece of transfer paper or tape on top. And basically what that is it's like those car window stickers, right? You peel the backing off, you stick it down, rub it, and then you peel the top off, and then there you go, you're done. For these particular tube stripes that I have, you can see that the tube stripes are cut out, but the outer perimeter material is still on. And the reason why that's handy is some people like to use the actual outer part as a template. So that they can mask off the tube stripe on the helmet itself, okay? And then they might want to hand paint, apply that on, and then hand paint the stripes on, either by an airbrush or just using a brush really gently. So you can do that if you want a little bit more of an accurate look. In this particular case, I'm just going to put these ones aside. Later, after I'm done, I can apply this back onto the sort of release paper, the wax paper here, and then save it for another helmet, right? But right now, I'm going to be sticking these tube stripes on. And a really, really simple way to do that, if you don't have transfer tape or transfer paper, so these particular ones didn't come with it, and that's okay, you can just use low-tack masking tape, okay? So there's all different kinds you can get. You can get the green, yellow. I would avoid the blue because generally blue is more tacky, but I would go with either the green or the yellow. And I think the yellow one here is frog tape, and then the green one here is a 3M Scotch tape. So a really easy way to do that, I'm going to prepare the sticker first, and then I'm going to make a mark on the helmet as to where I'm going to put it. So just to make this a little bit easier to maneuver, I'm going to cut this tape a little bit skinnier, actually a lot skinnier than it needs to be, because you don't really need to have this giant piece of transfer tape or transfer paper to transfer the decal, right? What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stick the tape just along the top edge, okay, where I'm going to be lining it up. You'll see why in a minute, okay? So hopefully you can see here. I'm trying to get this in the camera, and there you can see I'm just leaving like a tiny little bit sort of peeking through at the top. Okay, and then I'm leaving the rest uncovered. And the reason why is this is like a compound curved surface. Sometimes I find, depending on the type of transfer tape that is included with tube stripes, it's sometimes kind of hard to manipulate it over a curved surface. And so doing it with a skinny piece allows you to tack the top of it on, and then you just push down on the rest of the tube stripes and it'll stick down. So according to, if you're trying to build this Stormtrooper helmet to, the 501st standard, it says you're supposed to have, I think, between 9 and 16 tube stripes on a particular side. So you can decide how many you want. Maybe you want to replicate a specific helmet or a specific Stormtrooper character. I'm not super picky with this one. I just basically want to almost fill up this section, leaving a little bit of breathing room, between the beginning and the end, and it should be good. So I'm cutting it at, let me count how many there are. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm 12. So I'm going to do 12 on each side, okay? So just put those aside. And then a trick for getting this lined up, I've heard a lot of people sort of say this, is like if you use a pencil and just line it up to this indentation on the helmet and make a light mark, so basically your tube stripes are about 1/4 of an inch or 5 millimeters or so away. So I'm not drawing a super hard line. You can barely see it. Just making a little bit of a mark that'll help guide where I'm going to put the sticker down. And again, if you're picky about that afterwards, you can wipe it down with a bit of alcohol after the fact. But now that we've got our tube stripes, we're going to peel them off gently, okay? So what I like to do is just grab a corner here and pull back, and you can see now the tube stripes will stick to the tape and hopefully not stick to the backing. If you're having some problems, just rub it down a little bit more, okay? Just rub it down with your fingers and they'll eventually peel off. There we go. Okay. All right. So now we got those. Now we're going to just line them up along that pencil line as a guide. Okay, and again, I'm only concerned about getting the top of it lined up right now, okay? So you can see I'm kind of seeing with that skinny piece of tape, I can kind of maneuver it a little bit, right? So there we go, I'm lining it up to that top pencil line, just rubbing it down where that green tape is and along the top. And now I can work it down, work the sticker down like that, okay? And then once that's all down, just rub it down really good. Just peel your masking tape or your transfer paper off. And there you go. You have a perfectly aligned set of tube stripes.